Hello, this is a demonstration of CPE Tracker version 1.2. The screen you see here is the summary screen. At the moment it's empty because we don't have any certifications or activities recorded. So let's go and start by adding some activity types so we can classify our activities and certifications. So first we're going to click on Activity Types tab and we'll click on the Add icon. So first activity type, for example, may be a conference that you might attend. Press save. We can also add an icon to the activity type. So I've included some icons just as a visual representation of different activity types. So let's just go and choose an icon now and we'll save that. So now we've got one activity type called a conference. We'll create another activity type and we might call this one maybe a seminar. In the description field you can put whatever you like in here. And go back and give it an icon. We'll save that. Okay, so to delete an activity type, after we create one, we can either use a swipe gesture to delete it, or if we press the edit button, we can delete it like that. So that's standard iPhone gestures. Now, once we've created some activity types, we can now create some certifications. So you'd put the full certification name. So this one might be, say, Certified Practicing Accountant. The abbreviation, the issuing organisation. Not sure who the one for Certified Practicing Accounting is, but we'll just call it maybe the Institute of Account. Spell check. We put the URL of their website. They have one. It's not really used for anything at the moment. Your member number if you have one. Okay, so your members since, that's when you join the organisation and when your certifications are likely to start. If you change the recertification slider, or you can manually type it in, so you can say you have to recertify every 24 months, for example. It'll actually generate the next certification date. Now, if that's obviously different, for example, you joined in December and the certification date's from July to July, you can just manually designate when the next certification date may be. So in this case, your certification period, it's every 24 months, with the next certification date being the 16th of August 2013. So the period of your certification will be 2 years from 16th of August 2011 till the 16th of August 2013. On the next page, you can designate how many CPEs you need for every period. So that period is that period we just set just before, or how many is required every year. So that's a calendar year, and how many CPEs you earn per hour. And we'll go through that when we add the activities. Now, under the CPE submission service, if your organisation has a CPE Tracker server, you can enter it here, and what that will mean is that once you enter the CPE tracking server and username and password and press this send CPEs, you'll actually send it to the CPE Tracker server. So that's dependent on whether your organisation has a CPE tracking server available. So I'm going to save that. So let's add a couple of ones more. I'll give that a name. Oops. Go back there. So the bare minimums you need essentially is the name and the abbreviation. The number of certifications you can record against is unlimited, so it's at a fourth one, for example. Okay, so we see we've got 4 certifications which we may have. We've got 2 activity types, and so when you go to a conference or a seminar or a presentation, or you do a CPE CPD activity, you go to activities, press the add button, and you give the activity name. So I attended an annual conference. It was for that. Oh, can't spell. Location is Perth. WA. Provider was Osaka. So most activities may last within 1 day, but you can record over multiple days. So you can choose the activity type now. It was a conference. Now, in order to apply it to your certifications, you need to then choose how many hours the activity took. So you might take, it was an 8-hour conference. Now, when you set up the certifications, you're given the option of how many CPEs you earned per hour. Most organisations is 1 hour equals 1 CPE. So let's add this activity to a certification. So we're saying that this activity related to my CISSP. Now, if you made a mistake, to delete it, you just click on that and it deletes it, and then you can just re-add it to another one. So 8 hours, okay, let's make it maybe 6 hours, and that related to my CISP, and that also related to my CISM, and that also is related to my CIA, and I'll save that. So you now see that I spent 6 hours at the Osaka Perth Annual Conference in Perth, West Australia on the 17th of January 2011. Now to edit that, you just click on it. You can scroll to the next page, has more information, so you can actually put some more details in there, has some instructions on the steps you need to do to actually add the hours. And you can see all the certifications that activity related to. So if you don't add the CPE hours to a certification, it actually won't appear on your summary, so we'll just save that and go back again. So now if we go to the summary page, we can see that it's broken down into your certifications, and we can see that one activity has been associated with these 3 certifications. That you did 6 hours this year, and you're required to do 0. Now let's go back to the certifications and we'll actually change that. So we say that for CIA, we'll scroll to the next page, we need to do 20 hours per, we'll make it something more 60 hours per period. So a period might be every 3 years, for example, and every year you must do 20 at a minimum. So let's make it a 3-year certification period. Okay, so now if you go back to the summary, you notice that the CIA, you've done 6 hours of 20 this year, and you've done 6 hours of 60 for the cycle. Click on it, you'll get the summary. Now, if you obviously want to email a copy to yourself, so you can edit the document in Excel, you can just click on the right-hand button here, which will bring up a menu, like summarize it. And you put your own email address in there, and you have a CSV file attached, which you can open up in Excel and edit and print out. Do whatever you like with it. If you get stuck, you need some help, press the help button. You'll send me an email, and you can type in your request there. Now, what I did notice in this version of the application, I added the little year type location provider filters, and I did something wrong, and the year type and location groupings don't seem to group properly. So, but the year one does. The type location provider, I'll give an example where it just doesn't do it properly. I'll add another activity. So we'll go to a seminar. Hours. Save. Oops. To type. Seminar. Save. Now we go to type. As you can see, the conference is actually recorded on the seminar, and the seminar is recorded on the conference, and that's wrong. So I'm going to fix that in the next version. Same with the location; it's just wrong. And the provider. So look, but the year, it sorts by year. That's fine. I can change that year to 2010, and it's correctly sorted the time and date and year out. To delete an activity, swipe, and that will just delete it. Delete a certification. Sorry, swipe, delete, or edit. Delete. And these settings here are just for your personal details. It may be used in the future for generating generating reports or be sent to the CPE tracking servers. So that's pretty much a wrap up of version 1.2. I need to do some work on version 1.3, but I hope that will mean that if you've got more than one certification you need to keep a record for, you only have to record the activity once, and rather than recording it in 4 different or 5 different spreadsheets, one for each certification, you just do it once here, and just add the activity to the certification, and you won't have to do things over and over again. Alright, thanks a lot for your time, and I hope you've enjoyed the screencast. If you've got any other questions, just please use the email help, and I'll try to respond to it as fast as possible.